Madison went to college, she started acting different. When I would go down there to see her, she would always be real distant, didn't really want me to hang out with her college friends.
I don't know if there's a problem here. I don't
Really?
know.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, we'll get into it. We'll get
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
Sound Advice, how can I help you? Welcome, Jackson. Welcome to Sound Advice.
Hello, hi, Beba.
How are
Thank
you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Guess what?
What's up?
You're our first male guest.
That's true.
That's a really, really big deal.
What can I say? I'm one of the girls. You know?
You really are one of the
I think I am one of the girls here.
And obviously, Placky's here. He's a boy.
Kinda.
Yes. Hi, Blackie. I can barely see you through the
I
cameras.
know, it's all right, man.
We did
I
that on
hear ya.
purpose. We don't want you to get distracted.
No.
Not from his sexy male energy. I know.
Absolutely.
You feel him, you can't see him. And
Yeah.
that's enough, you know?
I guess.
I
miss him already, though.
Guys, get a room. Jackson, thank you for being here. Do you know what we're doing?
Sound advice.
Yeah.
Giving some advice.
How did you know that?
I can't.
Oh.
No, I can't read.
Something. That's right. We're here to give you guys sound advice. You guys call in with your problems. You leave a voicemail. We listen to them here on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And we give you the most sound advice that we have to offer. And honestly, I mean, I give good advice. Do you give good advice?
Fuck no. No, I
Perfect.
purposefully give the worst advice so that people do it and it's funny.
Wow.
Okay, well, that's horrible. Can you not do that today?
Can't say for sure. You never know.
Well, if you guys have any problems or need advice on your life, call the number on the screen and we will give you advice on upcoming episodes. Jackson, we ask every guest this question before we get into voicemails.
Mm-hmm.
How sound is your advice?
I would say when it comes down to it, I give pretty good advice.
What? Okay, so what you just said about 30 seconds ago.
No.
That is out the window.
I don't like you calling me out like this, baby.
What do you
I don't
mean?
know. I don't think
I'm just listening. I'm a mirror in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by sound advice then? What is it? Explain.
A sound advice, like do your friends, when they're having issues, are they like, you know who I have to call? You know who's going to give me good advice? Jackson.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
See, which sucks. Because look.
Blackie, cut. Can we get another reaction, please?
You know. Look, I'll be honest. So I love giving advice.
Okay.
You know, I feel like I've done things on like live streams where if people ask questions, I will try to give good advice.
Okay.
But I think my friends are in so many different age brackets. Like my closest friends are like mid-20s to early 30s, could even be older. So they don't they don't even necessarily need my advice, you know? They kind
Okay.
of have stuff figured out, you know?
Well,
But to an extent,
I would
I don't
argue
think they want to.
the older you get, the harder life gets.
What?
The more advice you need.
Don't say that, Beba.
Blackie's like, what? Wait a minute.
Don't
But
say
like,
that.
I'm telling
they
you.
don't want advice from a 21-year-old, you know? Like,
I beg to differ. You know why? When I was 21, there was like this blind confidence that I think kind of gets you through life in a way.
yeah.
Whereas when you're late 20s, early 30s, basically after your Saturn returns,
Yep.
you get so scared.
Yep.
Everything is like, oh my God. You're like, who was that 21-year-old who like decided to move across the country and like start a new life? I was like, woo, gun ho. Now I'm like, oh, I'm so scared of the world.
Yeah.
So I like hearing from an early 20s person being like, tell me what to do.
Okay. Well, I got you covered, Beba. Here on this episode of Sound Advice, we try to give as good advice as possible. Good or bad, you're going to listen. So why don't you tune in to Sound Advice?
That was a long smile. Can you do? That was a little creepy.
My bad.
Should we get into our verse
I'd love
voicemail?
to.
I mean, might as well.
Yep. I'm afraid.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
Me and this girl, we were inseparable. We're going to call the friend Madison. We met in elementary school. When Madison went to college, she started acting different. When I would go down there to see her, she would always be real distant, didn't really want me to hang out with her college friends, just be really weird. And then when I would hang out with my other friends, Madison would always get upset with me. So she graduated college a couple months ago, and I did not go to her graduation. So asking, is it my fault that we didn't talk,
Wait.
or is it her fault that we didn't talk?
Wait a second. Okay.
Okay.
What do you? I mean, is it your fault? I mean,
Listen, I don't know. I don't know if it's anyone's fault.
I feel like there's a lot of missing information here.
There always is.
There always is. So Madison, they were best friends in elementary school, right?
Which is a lot.
That's
From
a lot
elementary school to college?
To college, and then the second it seems like she went away to college, she started being weird. She started distancing herself from her best friend from elementary school.
Yeah.
So what I'm seeing here is, I think someone who's a little bit jealous. You know,
Oh.
I think the person who's calling, I don't think they're wrong. You know, I feel like they're noticing the signs and feel like things are weird. You know, and I think. I mean, so I'm confused. So did Madison go off to college, or was it
Madison went off to college.
Madison did go off to
college. And the girl calling is like, my best friend is acting weird around me, doesn't want to hang out with me anymore, has her new college friends, and then when I hang out with our old friends, she gets jealous.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that's weird. That's a weird. I think it's an immaturity thing. It's definitely an immaturity thing.
From Madison?
From Madison.
Yeah.
So Madison is living this life, and, you know, she still wants to, I think she still wants to be friends, but doesn't know how to do it because she has all these new people in her life that are so interesting and exciting. You know?
Totally.
So I think you're not the ass. Yeah, I do not think that the caller is the ass at all, especially for noticing these things. You don't need to show up to her graduation if you feel like uncomfortable around your friend, you know?
If you're feeling dismissed by your friend, for sure. By the way, I don't think either of them are the ass. Are you in college?
I dropped out.
You dropped out. Good for you.
Woo! Hell yeah! What up? Nice job, Jaxon.
Mark Zuckerberg. No, he went to college. No, did he drop out?
No.
Let's say he did.
Bill Gates.
Woohoo! This is the next Bill Gates, guys.
Yeah, that's me.
That's me.
You're probably wondering how I got here.
No.
I don't think either of them are the ass. I think that when you go to college, that is a big...
It's a big jump.
It is a big jump. And to be friends with somebody from elementary school and then go beyond going to college. I went to college in my hometown. Like, literally, it was like a 5-minute drive for me. And I still kind of like... I lost touch with a lot of people who were my friends in high school. Like, it just happens, you know?
But keeping someone from elementary school, that's a tighter bond, you know? That's where, so my best friend growing up, his name was Otto. I had him since pre-K.
I had him.
He was mine. He was my little pocket Otto. Little guy. But best friends, you know? And then just like slowly going through different stages of our lives, you know, like middle school, high school, we drifted apart. But I'm always going to go back and like treat him the same, you know? I still have his phone number. We don't talk all that often, but when we do, it's like nothing ever happened.
Exactly.
And that's how it should be.
Yes.
And it seems like in this sense, like I think she was afraid to lose you, you know, because like she's living this new life.
She's living a new life.
And, you know, you're tagging along, and she's obviously open to you coming and visiting her at college, it seems like, you know? But also, she's trying to balance this new life of like, oh, I got new friends now. I got new things to talk about. I have new things.
And what if she wants to like rebrand? You know what I mean?
Exactly. And trust me, going from high school to college for me, huge difference, you know? Night and day. You can see it in the videos that I've been in on React. It is insane, the difference, you know? And it's just character development over time that you just learn from meeting new people and living your life. So when it comes to this, I don't think you're wrong for missing out on your friend's graduation, especially if you're feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah, like if you were feeling dismissed and you're feeling sensitive and like that's information from yourself. Like listen to yourself. You're right.
Yeah. I don't think this means you should stop being friends with your friend,
No.
especially because it seems like little stuff over time that seems to build, you know? I feel like if you give it enough time, give it like maybe a year, I don't know, see how things are, and just maybe like a text here or there, like how you been, how have things been, this and that. You know, maybe you guys will start to reconnect, you know?
And maybe not. Maybe let Madison go.
Exactly.
And it's like Otto, your Otto, where it's
My
like
pocket Otto.
your pocket Otto, who's here in the studio. Otto, come out.
Otto, how you doing, man? I miss you, buddy. My buddy from another muddy.
I just think, like, if somebody is trying to separate themselves from you, let them go. And there might be a chance that they come back around. Madison might be in your life forever, but not in this moment. Like, I have friends from high school that, like, I didn't talk to, and then when I became a mom and I knew that they had kids, I'm like, hey, girl, what's up?
Yeah.
Like,
Got that motherly bond. You know, that MILF connection.
Thank you, Jaxon. And that's all the time we have today, guys. That's where we're going to end it.
That was good while we lasted. HR, please.
That's the whole show. We actually just canceled the show.
This is why you don't bring guys on here.
This is definitely the last time we have a male guest.
One and done. I'll keep
One
it.
and done.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was saying because you called me in the but I'll take it. Wait, I literally forgot what
We
I
were
was saying
talking
because I'm so
about
swept up.
people that you haven't talked to and then you reconnect.
Oh, that's right. Okay. A high school friend that I connected to, whatever. There might be, life is long. There's a lot of things that might connect you back to Madison once she's out of college and she like enters the real world. Like, don't be so hung up on the fact that like you didn't go to her graduation or like, I don't know, you guys aren't connected right now. It's okay. If you have a strong bond, you were together, she knows you probably better than anybody else. When you're friends with somebody in elementary school, that's like you grow up with somebody. That's a real lifelong
tight
friend.
bond. I know some people that just they only have each other, you know?
Yeah.
And so if there's a falling out between that, you know, that just means you need time apart to grow.
Yeah.
You need to grow as a person.
Yes.
They need to grow as a person.
That is
You
such a
guys
good
are still
point.
young. You're in college,
You're
all right?
in
You're college
college.
age. You guys need to have those moments where you have those times apart, and maybe you guys will reconnect.
You also said something so important. Not everyone grows at the same time. Like Madison is on this journey, and I don't know what the girl who called in. I don't know where she's at. I don't know if she's also in college. It seems like she's hanging out
College
with her old
age.
friends. Yeah, like Madison is doing something else. You guys are not in the same school anymore. You're not in the same hometown anymore. Madison is going like this, and you're like on a different path.
way. Yeah.
Not everyone grows at the same rate, but like eventually you might get back to a place where you're like on the same page.
Yeah.
Placky, have you ever had a situation like this? Have you lost touch with a friend and then come
So
back together?
mine, I had like 3 best friends from kindergarten
Oh my God.
up until like junior year of high school but it's a similar thing where I started going through all my own shit. And because of that, I lost connection with like everybody. Like I was kind of on my own, but that was like then 2 years where I like didn't really talk to these friends at all. And then, you know, got my shit together a bit and reconnected. And it was awkward at first. It was like a weird feeling at first, but it did come back around. And it's like, you know, now some of them live in Colorado. We all have our own lives now, but we still think back to us growing up and stuff, and it's like such a nice memory. It's like there was no big, I think the difference with this situation too is there's not some big fight that broke out that like ended things. Like college and ending of high school is such a learning experience of how friendships work and stuff, and like how things drift apart and how you form your own path. But it's so difficult to learn that. Like I get where she's coming from.
Totally.
Yeah, like it's there was a thing too that we saw that, you know, human brain doesn't reach full maturity till 25.
Yeah.
So you have all this time until then that you're like, your brain's still trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah. You're 21?
21.
Yeah.
That brain
21,
is still
21,
mushy.
21.
You probably still have your soft spot.
Dude, I you know, I kind of like push it in a little bit just to see if it still works. You know? You ever just see a baby and you want to like
No.
I thought you said a babe.
No, baby.
No, baby.
Yeah, like I just
You want
kind
to
of
squish baby soft spot.
Squish baby head.
a little bit, you know? Like
What do
you
we
know,
do
just,
with him?
Hey, Joe, you ever feel that? You ever feel like you see like a baby and you see their soft spot and you're like, you kind of want to
Nope.
kind of want to
Call the
you just see what
police.
happens,
Okay.
you know? I
Call
mean,
the police.
I do want to hear what you guys think about this. There was a study done by Notre Dame. In order to maintain a friendship, you have to touch base at least once every 15 days. I don't know.
Okay.
Because I feel like we have perfect examples here now that
yeah, you
This
talk and
isn't
reconnect
true.
like nothing happened.
But like,
Like
a real friendship.
Yeah, but then it gets to like the nitty gritty of
Like,
what is a friendship.
I was about to say the same thing. What
Yeah.
defines a friendship at that point?
I guess like I have a close group of friends. Like I have a very, very small circle. Maybe
That's
like
great.
4 friends.
Right.
Sure.
Is
That's
that
actually
too little?
no.
Not
I
at
was
all.
gonna say that's actually like bigger than like 2 friends. Like
Okay,
that's what
yeah.
I feel like is more common.
It's like those are the people that I will spill my guts to.
Yeah.
Like I'll tell them everything, and I know there's no judgment, there's nothing, and they're there to support me. They give me great advice, blah blah blah.
and that's why they're in your life.
And that's
And
why
and
they're
that's
in my
why
life.
it's only 4.
But I am not an active friend, and my friends know that. I'm
Yeah.
not the girl that's like, hey, let's go get dinner together. Like my friends reach out to me to be like, hey, do you want to do something? And I'm always like, yes.
Yes.
I'm not the one who's texting all the time, whatever. But this year I had a resolution of being like, I'm going to be a more active friend. And only in that, like, if I think about them or I think of something, I'm just going to text them. It doesn't have
Yeah.
to be like, let's get together. But like on Sunday, I thought of my friend. And I thought, man, she looks really good in a baseball hat. Not everybody looks good in a baseball hat. So I sent her a voice note and I said, you look so good in a baseball hat, and not everybody looks good in a baseball hat.
And that's on period, baby girl.
And that's on period, baby girl.
Yeah.
And she sent me a text back. She was like, thank you so much. And I was like, you're welcome. I'm just thinking about you and I love you. That was it. And
Hell
it's
yeah.
like, that made me feel good. That for sure made her feel good.
Sure.
And that's a friendship.
Yeah.
Babe, that's friendship.
Damn right.
That's
showing that
sometimes
you
is
care
all
for
it
one
takes.
another.
Yeah.
And that's all it needs. You
or
don't
that you're
need
thinking
so many.
of each other.
Yeah, like so I have so many friends. So let me
Wow.
say
Okay.
I was gonna get into that before you interrupted me, Beba.
I like to hurt your feelings.
I've noticed. So I have a big group of friends because I volunteered for Anime Expo. And so it's a huge group of
okay.
friends that it's like 40 to 50 people. There's obviously more, but like the mainstays are like 40 to 50 people.
Okay.
So, and having to keep up friendships with all 40 is like really
Impossible.
difficult, you know?
40 friends.
More. I have different. I in high school I was always the kind of person that hopped from group to group and try to touch base.
Who's like your best friend? Is there?
Do you
some-
have one?
Is
Yeah.
it Otto?
It is not Otto, unfortunately. I say he is my best friend in title, but obviously
Yeah.
I haven't talked with him in so long.
Okay,
you know?
okay. Who are you texting all the time, talking to all the time?
So I have my little band group of friends, and
Yeah.
I'm really close with my friend Jeff and my friend Nick and Nick's girlfriend Becky. So we have like certain people that I'm closer with than others, but they're just like the immediates that I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna go to them. I'm gonna go to them. You know?
Yeah.
I'm
You know?
curious, Jackson. Do you spill your guts like Beba was saying to these people?
Yeah.
I spill guts to anybody.
Oh, okay.
I am open to absolutely anybody.
Okay.
You know, like
No, I am
if
too,
I
and
feel
almost
a,
like to a fault.
Yeah.
a little bit.
like I'll say it to stream, like when I live stream, I will just say some things that are happening in my life or that have happened that I'm
you're
just like, I don't give a fuck.
And then you get off the stream and you don't have like an emotional hangover from doing that?
No.
I do. I do the same thing. I just was at a bar on Saturday. I can't even explain to you what I was telling people I haven't seen in years.
Oy.
It was so crazy. And I wasn't even like drunk or anything. I was just like, yeah, and then this happened. They're like, okay. Like we're actually
Borderline trauma dumping.
No, really bad. And I was
Oh.
like, I think I have to do therapy more. I just changed from every 3 weeks.
Therapy's good.
Like every 2 weeks to now every 3 weeks. I'm like, I think I got to go back to
Whoa,
every week.
every 3 weeks.
No, I know. But
What's the
it's 'cause She
point?
got really expensive.
Oh, that's
She
fair.
got
Okay, that's
expensive,
fair,
you
yeah.
know? Anyways, did we give her advice? We gave her advice.
Oh yeah.
I think we did.
You're good. Like it's not anyone's fault. You're fine. This is a hard transition.
It is. That's
high
the biggest
school to
key. It's gonna
college.
be hard. It's not just like, oh, this can be a problem that I'll solve all of a sudden. It's just gonna
No.
be a little awkward and weird feeling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got to go through it, and you just have to like know that it's going to be hard. But
Yeah.
don't write off your friend. Like
Yeah.
she's going through stuff too. Like don't be so hard on her. Don't be hard on yourself.
Yeah, the worst thing you could do is be hard on yourself for growing.
Yeah.
Hey,
My
Nice.
tip touch.
I love it.
All right, let's move on. Second voicemail here.
Second voicemail.
All right, ready for this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's similar.
Hi, my name is Nate. I am calling because I'm a freshman in college. I just got to campus last week, and I just wanted some advice on how to meet people, how to socialize. I mean, I'm not like a weird antisocial person. I'm actually very extroverted. But
Seems like
I've been at the same school for 13 years. My school was kindergarten through 12th grade. So I've been with the same people pretty much all my life, and this is kind of my first time having to meet a big group of people at once. I've never really had to do anything like this before, so I was wondering if you had any words of advice.
Yeah, very similar to the last one.
I kind of like this one, though.
Okay.
I kind of like it.
Go off.
Because
Jaxon.
I had this problem.
Oh, okay.
I definitely had this problem. So I went to a community college, and my best friend at the time, he went to a Cal State.
Right.
And I am a sucker for meeting new people. I love meeting new people. And so, although I went to community college, I wasn't making those friends like he was, because he was dorming. He was having the college experience.
Yeah, it was like a proper college.
The proper college experience.
Yeah.
And I was so jealous, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I didn't want to be jealous because I was happy for him, but also
happens.
I was so jealous, you know? And I was friends with his friends, sort of thing, but it wasn't like I was making my own friends.
Yeah.
And I hated that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for meeting new people, I just kind of put myself into new situations that I felt uncomfortable in. And that's always what you have to do. So, like,
college or no college.
College or
kind
no
of what
college,
you have
that's
to
how
do.
you meet people.
Yeah.
So, when going to college, be a part of extracurriculars.
Yes.
No matter what, you know, any sort of little interest that you have, be a part of that. Okay. It's also how you find a relationship.
Yeah.
No, literally.
Yeah. And when people say that you will, the right person will come along, that's what people mean. Is because you're surrounding yourself with people that already have like-minded interests.
Exactly.
You're surrounding yourself with people that you know you're going to get along with. And even if you don't, there's multiple other people in that group that you might.
Yeah. It's also low commitment. Like if you're, especially if you're in college, there's so many like groups. What are they called?
Cliques?
No, but there's like a,
Is there a proper name for it?
Sects?
Clubs?
I'm thinking of something else. Do you know like the sports thing? Intramurals.
What the
Whoa, I've
is
never
that
even
word?
heard of
What is
that. Intramurals.
Okay, those are sports. Intramurals. Ever heard of it?
collegiate
Join
level.
an intramural if you like sports.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it's low commitment. You're joining some sort of club, an a cappella group, an intramural, and if you don't like it, guess what? Get out of
Yeah.
it. Like find something else. But it's like you are around like-minded people. You're gonna have something in common immediately because you've decided to do the same thing. That's brave, by the way.
Yes.
Because I couldn't be me going into a club because I was so scared when I got into college. It took me 3 years to make friends.
Oof,
My mom used
that's
to
a lot
say,
of time.
I lived at home because again, my college was 5 minutes from my house, and I'm not living in a dorm.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen me. So I was like not living in a dorm. I would come home from school and I would sit in the same spot, like by in my dining room, my mom's dining room, not my dining room, by a window. And my mom was like, you would be the easiest person to murder because you're so routine. She's like, you go to school, you come home, you sit in the same spot, you eat the same thing. Because I was so scared. I went to an all-girls school. It was the first time being around boys, like as an adult. You know what I mean? So I was so scared to join anything. And it took me 3 years to get to a place where I was like, I'm going to sit in the courtyard of the communication school and I'm just going to do my homework there. Because at least being around people my own age who are in the same school as me, people would come and like hand me a flyer for like, hey, this cool thing is happening tonight. Come. And I'd be like, okay, cool. And that's how I made friends. Like it just took me getting out of my comfort zone and being a little bit brave to make a friend.
Of course. You're around so many people that don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Everyone's in the same boat as you.
The same.
Yeah,
For
they're like they
sure.
want to make friends. If you're dorming, you got your dorm mates.
Yeah, that's
you got
true.
people on your floor. If you're into video games, they got clubs.
Oh, yeah.
They
They
got
got
things.
clubs.
Video games, you get to yell at random people online. So like get that anger out and also get to talk with people that you think are good at the game, you know? Like you're around people no matter what.
It's also hard because when you're a freshman, don't you have to do the prerequisite
Yeah.
classes?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Until you establish your major, you're not like around people who are like, oh, I want to be doing
Nope.
the same thing.
Yeah.
So
It's
it
all
really
general
is,
ed, yeah.
It's hard.
And that's why you have to get into clubs.
Get in a club.
Get into clubs.
And go to
get
the
a job.
club.
Don't
Get a
be a
job.
deadbeat.
Oh,
Don't, always on that dang phone. always on that cellular device.
get off that cellular device or drop out.
Or drop out.
Or drop
Dropping out is not the best for making friends, we'll say.
I don't
Not the
know.
best, you know? Really make an effort to talk to people. If you're, you said yourself that you're not really the most introverted person, so it shouldn't be as hard to just be like, hey, I like that book. Hey, I like your shirt, you know? Talking to people. Yeah, compliments are great because it gets people warmed up to your personality.
Absolutely. That's actually great advice. Compliment somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try
like
to
your
compliment
book
people
bag.
more often. I have purse.
I have purse.
I have
I have purse.
purse? I have.
Wait, where's that from?
I don't know. Steve Carell? No.
I have purse.
No, that's a different thing.
It's like a TikTok.
I have purse.
I have purse.
I haven't heard I have purse.
I have shoe.
It's from a podcast clip that I saw on Instagram.
Wow. You nailed it.
You know how much I love podcasts, baby. Oh, you
I
know
love
how
a
much
podcast.
you know how much I sit in my abode with my phone looking at podcast clips, baby. You know me so well.
How powerful do you feel with a mic? Scale 1 to 10.
Holding a mic specifically.
Holding it, because this was an intentional choice.
Mm-hmm.
How powerful do you feel holding a mic?
I could be president.
Oh, that's not that powerful.
That's actually not that powerful anymore. That is correct, Placky.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel good with the mic. How do you feel, Placky?
I'm not holding mine.
Hold it.
Hold your fucking mic. Come on.
I feel good with the mic. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I already knew, actually. I've done this before.
You were taking it out and
Yeah.
realizing in the moment
You're
how
like,
it felt. Okay, we gave Nate advice. Are you crying, Placky?
My eye got something in it.
Okay.
My bad.
I will be crying soon.
Okay. Should we do some unsolicited
I would
advice?
love to, Beba.
Please.
Okay, so this is sound advice, but we ask our guest every episode, do you have any unsolicited advice? Doesn't have to be related to what we're talking about. Just kind of like words to live by, something your parents may have told you or you heard on TikTok or Instagram that you're like, that's now my personality.
I heard someone on TikTok, and it was just like, I'm gonna be someone one day. I'm gonna do it. And then someone, and then the guy was like, "You're somebody now.
Oh, I have chills.
You're somebody now." And that legit made me tear up and cry.
Yeah.
Like the amount of time that I've thought of the future and thought, I'm gonna eventually do something, and I'm gonna be someone big. When you're somebody now.
You're somebody now.
You're somebody now, and that just it really hit hard for me for some reason. I feel like maybe I didn't have a cry in a while.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't. Maybe I wasn't as maybe I wasn't in a good place that night or something. But something hit just right, where it's just like you're somebody now.
Yeah, you needed to hear that in that
I
moment.
really did.
Yeah.
You know.
It's also like the journey.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most fun part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's not about
The chase.
Right. It's not about like the outcome of whatever it is that you're striving for. If you didn't enjoy it along the way, you get there and you're like, wait, that was so cool. Why didn't I enjoy that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is a wild ride. Did we learn anything today? What did you learn today?
I learned that I'm not 25 yet, so I still may have a soft spot.
Yeah.
I think I have like a soft spot on my brain. Instead of like pushing it on random babies, I can push my own soft spot.
Oh, God.
You know?
I
Okay.
don't know if I learned anything.
Yeah.
today.
Really?
And that's the way I like to do podcasts. You know, I
learned-
like leaving people in a state of unease.
I do feel a little uneasy.
Uh-oh.
It ain't easy being uneasy.
It ain't easy.
I
but
think
you-
I learned that Beba needs to start another podcast called MILF Connection.
Called what?
MILF Connection.
Say it one more time.
MILF
kidding.
MILF
Connection.
Cougar Corner.
Cougar Corner.
Okay, we need to really
Alt
define
title.
cougar and MILF because people are very confused. You're all calling me old is all I hear. I'm not old. I'm old.
Wear it with a badge of honor. I'm a future DILF.
You are a future DILF. Good for you.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
But that's
Wait,
okay.
What did I learn today? I don't know. What did I learn today?
Jaxon has 50 friends?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jaxon
I found
is-
out that you have 50 friends. That's insane.
Could even be more.
I also found out that you fake name your friends, Nikki and Becky or
Yeah.
whatever. That's insane. You don't
Nick
have to
and
lie
Becky.
on the podcast.
Nick and Becky.
Nick and Becky,
Fight
show
Beba.
yourself.
They
Reveal
will.
yourself.
They will. They will fight you. They will. Fisticuffs.
Oh, by the way, I am begging for somebody to try and fight me. Like, the way I want to throw a punch,
Nick is 6'3".
I don't give a how tall he is. I'm 6'3" in like a tiny heel, okay? I can fight. I think I can fight.
See, I always want
I'm
these
not
opportunities.
doing well. Can you tell?
It's okay, babe. It's all right. You know.
Okay.
I do.
Love
I have also wanted to fight someone. I've been in 2 fights.
No, I like on a good day where I'm like, when I'm walking down the street, I like want somebody to say something crazy.
Yeah.
To me.
And
I'm like,
I never do it either. You know, like I have that feeling in me and I want to.
Well, I think that hasn't happened when I feel that sense of urge of like fighting somebody, because I think the universe is like, no, we can't go to jail.
Nah. But I've always wanted
ready.
to.
I'm ready. On site, I'm ready. Okay? Plakston, you want to tell us what callers can do?
Guys, if maybe you were in a fight and you need help, some advice on what to do after.
Please do.
But it can also be about anything. Relationships, work drama, anxiety. Call the number. It's on the screen right now, but I'll tell you it too. The number, 805-601-7259.
Call now.
Again, it's 123
4 5
829 410
I think
24.
we've done this every time. It's on the screen.
Make sure to call it
555. I want cash now.
and leave a review.
Yeah, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, all the places. And if you're watching on YouTube, follow the channel. This is our new podcast.
Yeah.
Have the ReactCAST still on here, but now we got 2 podcasts, so we're building this thing up. And we love you guys.
We love
you
you
guys are great.
Thanks
You know,
for
some more than
listening.
others. You know.
Jaxon, thanks for being here. Thanks for being our first male guest.
I appreciate it. I want to be back. I love this.
We'll see.
Are you making fun of me right now?
Touch tip.
Come on.
I gotta oblige.
Bye,
Thank you guys so much
guys.
for watching. Bye bye.
Okay, I already said bye. Bye.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Bye.
Wow, cutting me off at the last
Bye.
second.
Bye.
Next time on Sound Advice.
And I'm just going to be vulnerable.
Please.
Okay? I'm just going to reveal because it's okay.
See you there.